Hi everybody, TJ Kalen here with Kalen's Crafting Studio. Have you ever wondered how to apply Cricut adhesive foil or glitter vinyl to wood? Well, I'd been wondering for quite a while and wanted to try it, and I did it to make this little sign for my craft room door, and I'm going to show you how. So stay tuned, because here we go. So I have tried using paint and stencil paper on wood. Not an option for this crafter. I know a lot of people like that method, and I'm just way too impatient, and I don't get the stencil on right, and it bleeds, and I get paint all over everything, and I've ruined a couple projects trying it that way. So this, I figured, if it didn't stick right, I can just peel it off anyway, and it wasn't going to ruin the wood. And I think it worked pretty well, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to do this together for the first time. I've only applied vinyl to wood one other time, and when I did that, I stained it. I didn't put a coating on top of it. So I got this sign from Walmart. It's 12 by 15, and it actually, on the back of it, was meant to be portrait. And I'm going to remove these when I'm finished with this project, as long as it turns out okay, and remove all this and put it on the portrait side. So I went ahead a couple days ago and I put 2 coats of polyurethane on top of it. Now I use clear semi-gloss because I had this and I didn't want to buy any more. If I were to do it again, I would probably get a gloss finish because I think that will probably make the vinyl stick a little bit better. But I just followed the instructions with 2 coats. I could have probably put a third on, and I did sand in between like it said to do, and you can see that there is a sheen on there. It's not super glossy, it's definitely semi-gloss, or what I would even kind of call satinish, but it's on there. So we'll see how this works, because I have no idea how this is going to adhere to it. So we're going to be doing my logo in the adhesive foil, and then I'm going to put welcome at the top in the glitter foil. And for the glitter vinyl, for that one, I am using the strong grip transfer tape that came in the package. So the 2 packages that I used for this was a variety pack of Cricut adhesive foil, so it had a bunch of different colors in it, and I chose the teal color because that's the matte color of my craft room. I'm going to actually hang this on the door and coming into my craft room. And then this one is a variety pack of glitter vinyl by Cricut, so it had a bunch of different colors in it, and because I wanted the white. I was going to buy a whole pack of white, but I don't have a lot of the glitter vinyl in various colors, so I thought this was a good one to have. So I got that one instead. And I did get this 25% off actually at Joann's today because their stuff was on sale. But I will put links to all these products below. Now for this one, I'm going to use, for the adhesive foil, I'm going to use dollar store shelf liner paper. That's all it is. $1 for a big roll. I already have it cut to size for both of these, so just to save some time. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm gonna just use I prefer this straight weeding tool. Some people like the hook ones. I like this one the best. And then we're going to use this light board. Now, actually, let me turn it around because I like to have the on-off button up in the top corner so I don't hit it. Now, one little trick that I want to show you with the glitter. When you put this on here, as you can see, you cannot see the cut lines on there at all. I have in other videos talked about running some chalk over it, which you can certainly do, but because this was white, I was a little more concerned about the chalk staining. So it's really hard to see the cut lines, right? So when you turn this on, you'll notice you still really don't see them that well. I can't see them. So what you want to make sure you do is turn off the lights in the room. And if you give me just a second, I'm going to go ahead and turn these lights off. I have a couple different lights on, and you're going to see that pop out. Sorry, I had to hit the one on the wall. Now look at the difference. I have it upside down. It popped right out. So at first I thought, oh goodness, I can't see my cut lines at all. And as soon as I turned the light off, it came up really great. That's with the light on. Can't see anything. With the light off, it pops right out. So these boards are really, really awesome, even with this adhesive foil. Now this one I could still see pretty easily without the board, because it's very easy on the top to see it. So either way, this one's pretty visible, but again, it's much better without the lights on. So let's go ahead and weed these real quick. All right, let's see. You know what, I'm gonna move my wood sign just so I have a sturdier surface. Oh, the other thing, when I was looking for the signs, sometimes these little slats are raised in different levels, so I tried to find one that was as flat as possible, because that's gonna be important as we're putting this across, or that's not gonna lay very flat. So hopefully this is gonna work. I don't know, I have no idea how this is gonna work. I've used regular vinyl, regular plain flat normal vinyl, but I don't know about this adhesive on wood, so we're gonna discover it together. We'll get this weeded. I haven't really even worked with this adhesive vinyl very often. Sometimes I have a little trouble getting these started in the corner, but there it goes. Okay. Slippery. The backing is very slippery. That's one thing I'm noticing. Now that I have it start. Wow, this pulls up great. Pretty easy, a little bit easier, not quite as stretchy as regular vinyl is. And I'm really anxious to try the glitter with the strong grip transfer tape, because so many people complain, I've heard so many complaints about the glitter vinyl. I know the glitter iron-on, I never have trouble with. That weeds beautifully. So we're gonna see how the glitter vinyl is. A little bit of tearing there. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good, not too bad at all. Now we're just gonna get our little pieces everywhere else. A little tough to grab because it's slippery. I think the foil's a little more slippery. Usually the end I can kind of pierce in regular vinyl. So it's definitely a little, but it does come up without too much trouble. And you can check out my other iron-on video, which is with working with both foil and glitter iron-on. I think I did a Thanksgiving shirt last year. I actually like working with iron-on a little bit better. I find it easier. Almost done. I just kind of stick the little pieces on the corner of my light box. And this light box, I'll put the link below. I got this on Amazon, and it's super inexpensive, I think. Only really around 25 bucks. And it's very thin. I sewed a little case for it to protect it when I have it in my drawer, and I used the maker to cut the pattern out. Okay, that's that one. So let's get my welcome sign. Let's get this weeded real quick. I'm going to turn the light back out so I can see what I'm doing. This one I shouldn't have too many centers to pull out. Oops, okay, so there we go. A little problem there. Let's So there, crisis averted. Snap back down. All right, so that weeded pretty easy, not too bad, but these are big letters. It's certainly nothing super intricate. And let's just get that O out of there. Okay, there we go. So I have welcome. So lights back on, and I'm going to get rid of the light box because I don't need that anymore. We're all done with that. Put my sign back down. So the plan is to kind of put this at the top and this underneath it. So let's see. Let's do the welcome first. So I need to put my transfer tape on now. You want to put transfer tape on top of it. Let's move some stuff out of the way here. All right, and for this, I'm going to use the strong grip transfer tape. It comes with one sheet of this inside the glitter rolls, and you can buy more if you need it separately. So the first thing you need to do is peel off the backing, and you can save this backing because this transfer tape is usually reusable, so that one you can save. And then you're just going to carefully pull it taut and lay it over top of your design. Then I'm going to get the Cricut scraper tool. I like the large one. There's a smaller one too, and I'm going to burnish this down. Burnish is the technique, the name of the technique you use to smooth it down and make sure it's really on there. Now, I've heard that this does not come up very easy, so we're going to see. So I'm going to really make sure it's on there good. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to slowly, I try to keep the backing as flat as possible. Oh, well, this is coming off great. So maybe it's, the trouble is getting it off of this, off the front liner, but I'm not having any issues at all there getting it to stick to that. So I tend to think that the trouble is the next step. So it stuck to that well. This back section you don't need, you can throw that out. So we're gonna see how this goes. Now I'm not really gonna measure anything because this is a square, so I'm just gonna stand up because I think I can eyeball it pretty good. I think right about there is pretty straight. So I'm just going to put it down, and again I'm going to use this tool to burnish it down onto the wood. And I'm really hoping that that polyurethane helps it adhere better to the wood than the last sign I made. I made my mom a sign for her log cabin, and I applied it. It was much more detailed than this. It was a whole thing that said cabin rules, and it was a lot of really small, tiny letters. So I think this is going to work a lot better. Okay, here we go. Let's see. It's already kind of stuck down to the wood. Let's see. This is coming up just fine, right off the transfer tape. No problems at all. Oh, and that's on there really nice and tight. No bubbles. Wow. I had no trouble with that at all. So I don't know. I don't know if the foil will be the same, but we're going to find out in a second. So I'm just going to put this. It did leave a little bit of the residue of the glitter on there, but I'm going to hang on to this piece. So I'm just putting the backing back on there. You want to make sure you put the shiny side back down on it. Save that piece. Okay, put that aside. All right, let's try part two. See how this goes. All right, so the shelf liner definitely isn't the same quality as the Cricut material. I will say that. It's a little thinner than the standard Cricut transfer tape, but it gets the job done with regular vinyl. So, and it's a lot less expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and just peel this off. Okay. Now this one, I like to kind of bring it up and drop it down in the center and then go out on each side. Okay, that's on there, not too bad. Sometimes I have to pull it up again because I have a big bubble or a crease, but that went fairly smoothly. Just really work over top of your sections that have the design. Burnish it down as best you can. Okay, now we're going to flip it over. Peel off the back. Okay, now this is not coming up. Oh, there we go. And again, I try to keep the liners on as flat as possible, because I find that when you hold them down flat, it comes up a little better. And then if you have to work it, just go back over it with your finger a little bit. This liner is very thick on this adhesive foil. Getting a little pulling. Oh, there's my, but it seems to just, if I go back over it just a little bit, it seems to be staying down. This doesn't, I'm finding this backing super slippery. There. Okay. Throw this part away. Don't need that anymore. Okay, part 2. Let's see. I hope this goes down as smoothly with no bubbles. Again, my ridges here, my slat ridges, are pretty flush. There's a little bit of a raise on that one, but the rest of them are pretty flush. So I'm going to stand up again and let's eyeball this. See, there's a little bit of a ripple, so before, see if I can get that. There we go, got that out. Because I think that this foil is going to show every little bit of anything. All right, so let's use our tool and really try to work that out. Any wrinkles out. I think that's on there pretty good. Yeah, that's on there really good. Tell you, this dollar store shelf liner works great. So I'm just gonna put this back on there as well. Wow, I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. So I think I like the look of the glitter better rather than the foil on the wood, because it does, well, it kind of, see, it picks up the texture of the wood. Not that that's a bad thing, it kind of gives it a cool look. So I like it. I'm pretty pleased with that, how that turned out. So there you go. We did that together for the first time. So thanks for watching, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe to my page and click on the bell notification so you get notifications anytime I post a new video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.